Deborah, I just got served.
What? What do you mean?
Leslie is suing me.
For what?
Emotional damage. He says I ruined his life.
Claire, are you serious? After everything he put you through?
I wish I was joking. It's real. I'm holding the papers. Court date is in 3 weeks.
He's lost his damn mind. You didn't even raise your voice to that man for 20 years.
I know, but he's twisting everything. Said I was cold and emotionally manipulative.
This is what narcissists do. They break you and then play the victim.
His lawyer submitted those old therapy records I had from 2017 when I was depressed.
You were depressed because he was cheating, lying, gaslighting.
He's saying I destabilized him.
Claire, don't panic. This is a scare tactic. He knows you're finally free and happy.
But what if the judge believes him?
We'll fight it. We will. Do you have a lawyer?
I called Marissa. She's looking over everything now.
Good. She's sharp.
He wants $75,000 for emotional recovery.
He wants to destroy you financially.
I haven't slept since the envelope came.
Did you save the voicemails?
Yes, every single one. Even the ones from 2 a.m. when he was drunk and crying and calling me names.
Claire. Those are gold. They show who he really is.
Can I use them in court?
Marissa will know. But yes, you have to. People need to hear the Leslie I know.
He said he was going to make me regret leaving.
He's regretting that you finally stood up for yourself.
I'm shaking. Just reading his claims makes me sick.
Read them to me. I want to hear every lie.
The plaintiff experienced psychological breakdown following the abrupt abandonment by the defendant, who displayed emotionally withholding behavior and weaponized silence.
He ghosted you in your own home for years.
I once went 6 days without him saying a word to me. I slept in the guest room.
And he's calling you emotionally withholding?
He said I gave him emotional whiplash.
No. He gave you emotional captivity? There's a difference.
And now he's trying to turn it into cash?
Typical. First he drained your joy, now your bank account.
I want to fight, I do, but I'm scared.
That's okay. Be scared and still show up. You're not alone.
There's a voicemail from 2 months ago. He said, "You think you're strong? You're just alone now. That's all. Alone and pathetic."
Play that in court. Let the judge hear that venom.
He ended the call with, "You'll never be free of me. Not really."
He just proved your case.
I used to delete them, but I stopped. I started saving, just in case.
And now that just in case is your salvation.
I'm so tired, Deb.
I know, honey. But this is the last storm. After this, peace.
He picked the wrong woman to drag back into court.
That's right. Let's remind him who Claire really is.
Marissa just left. She was here for 2 hours.
What did she say? Can you use the voicemails?
Yes, she said they're admissible, and they're damning.
I knew it. What's the plan?
She wants me to organize them chronologically. Label each one with a short summary.
Do you want help with that?
Honestly, yes. It's hard to listen to them all again.
I'll come over after work, bring wine and a notepad.
He called me 32 times in one night. The day after I told him I was seeing someone new.
32 question marks.
Yes, the voicemails go from begging to threats to insults to crying.
That's emotional terrorism.
And he's accusing me of damage.
Projection. He's unraveling and trying to take you with him.
Marissa says the judge is known for being strict about evidence, no theatrics. But clear proof? He respects that.
Then this is perfect. No yelling, just press play.
I have one where he literally says, "I made you feel worthless on purpose."
That's it. That's the whole case.
Another where he calls me a boring mistake of a wife.
God, that man doesn't even know the meaning of shame.
I thought I loved him, Deb, for years.
You did, but he never truly loved you back. Not in the way you deserved.
How did I not see it?
Because you were trying to survive it.
I kept thinking if I was softer, more patient, less emotional, he'd come back.
He never wanted a partner. He wanted a mirror.
He told the court I emotionally starved him.
You brought him dinner every night, even when he wouldn't talk to you.
I once stood at the foot of the bed crying, and he just turned the TV up.
I remember. And now he wants sympathy from a judge.
He wants to humiliate me.
Then let's flip the spotlight.
I think the scariest thing is how calm he's pretending to be. Like this is just business.
That's how he operates. Charm in public, cruelty in private.
Marissa said the best move is to stay factual. Keep emotions in check.
You can do that. You've lived with him. This is just one more day in his shadow, and your last one.
One of the voicemails ends with him laughing, saying, "Go ahead and try to leave me."
Play that one first.
Really?
Yes. Set the tone. Let the judge know who they're dealing with.
I still remember how my hands shook pressing record.
And now those recordings will set you free.
I wish I didn't need any of this.
You don't, but he forced it. Now it's your turn to finish it.
I just want peace.
And you're closer than you've ever been.
Part of me still wonders if he believes what he's saying.
Narcissists rewrite their own memories. He probably does believe it. And it doesn't matter.
I keep thinking about the night he slammed the door when I cried.
And now he claims your silence hurt him?
Yes.
You weren't silent. You were surviving.
When this is over, I'm getting a dog.
Finally, you always wanted one.
I want someone who'll be happy just because I came home.
You deserve that. Pure love. No games.
I think the scariest part of leaving him wasn't being alone. It was thinking maybe he was right.
Right about what?
That no one else would ever want me.
You're wanted, Claire. You're seen. He tried to bury you, and you dug yourself out.
I want the judge to hear every second of who he really is.
And they will.
I'm scared it'll backfire.
You're not exposing him with accusations. You're just pressing play.
Marissa said the court will see through him if we keep it clean.
Surgical.
I even found an old email he sent. Said, "You'll never be happy without me because I broke you too well."
Include that.
Will it be enough?
It already is. You have evidence. He has a story.
He always told me if I left, he'd ruin me.
And now he's watching you stand back up.
I want this over. I want my life back.
You're not getting your old life back. You're building a new one.
I never thought justice would come in MP3 format.
Karma sounds like a voicemail sometimes.
He doesn't know I saved them. Not yet.
Then let the courtroom be his surprise party.
Deborah.
Yeah?
Thank you.
I'll be in the front row. And if he even breathes wrong, I'll blink loudly.
I couldn't sleep again last night.
Nightmares?
No, just kept hearing his voice in my head. That laugh from the voicemail.
You've heard it for years, but now it's going to work in your favor.
I keep rehearsing what I'll say in court.
Marissa said you don't need a speech. Just be honest. Calm.
I'm worried I'll cry.
You're human. Tears aren't weakness.
He'll smirk if he sees me cry.
Let him. It'll only prove who he is.
I keep thinking about that vacation we took to Seattle. The one where he didn't speak to me the whole weekend.
And then told everyone it was the best trip you two had.
He always had two faces.
And now one of them's going to crack under pressure.
He told the court I was emotionally absent. Said I punished him with silence.
You weren't silent. You were invisible to him.
I used to sit at the kitchen table and wait for him to even look up.
He trained you to disappear. And now he's shocked you're finally visible.
Marissa's prepping the exhibits this week.
Do you need me there when she goes through them?
Maybe. It's hard to listen to the voicemails more than twice.
Some truths hurt, but they set you free.
I think I'm most scared of him charming the room.
He might fool strangers, not facts.
He knows how to look broken, like he's the victim.
He's banking on pity. You're coming with proof.
I wish people could have seen what he was like behind closed doors.
They will, through his own words.
I have a voicemail from the night of our anniversary. When he never came home,
I remember you called me crying.
he told me you didn't deserve dinner.
Play that one, too.
I hate that I still remember how that felt.
It's not weakness, it's memory. And it's why you'll never let anyone do it again.
He called me a ghost in my own house.
He made you one. Now you're haunting him back.
I want to win, not for revenge, but to feel like someone finally believed me.
And they will. Every message he left is a confession.
Marissa said the opposing counsel might try to object. Say the voicemails are private.
Private? He threatened you in them.
He never thought I'd save them.
He underestimated you. He always did.
What if he flips the script in court? Says I manipulated him into saying those things?
He can try, but a pattern of abuse doesn't lie.
He called me 16 times the night I changed my number.
How did he even get the new one?
He stole my sister's phone when they ran into each other.
And he's calling you unstable?
I want to read a statement. If the judge allows it,
What would you say?
that the scariest part of abuse isn't the screaming, it's the silence.
That's powerful.
That being ignored can break you more than being yelled at.
I felt that.
That I stopped crying, not because I healed, but because no one noticed when I did.
Write that down, word for word.
I'm scared my voice will shake.
Then let it. Let it tremble with truth.
He once told me, I'm the best you'll ever get, so behave.
You got better. You got out.
He said I was too emotional, too dramatic, too much.
You were never too much. He was too little.
Why do they always try to destroy what they can't control?
Because they hate freedom. And you chose it.
Marissa asked me if I'm ready to face him.
Are you?
I think so, not because I want to, because I have to.
That's bravery.
He doesn't scare me like he used to.
He shouldn't. You know him now, and he knows it.
He used to say, you'll never leave, you don't have the guts.
But you did. And now you have the spine to finish this.
He thinks he's clever, strategic, like he's playing chess.
But you have his king in your pocket. 30 voicemails worth.
One of them ends with, I'll ruin you if you ever show people who I am.
And now everyone's about to see.
Do you think the judge will listen? Really listen?
I think they've heard 1,000 liars. And when someone comes in with raw honesty, it stands out.
I'm not perfect. I made mistakes too.
But you didn't destroy someone and then sue them for reacting.
I want closure.
This is it.
He's going to hate losing.
Good. Let him feel powerless for once.
My hands are shaking again.
Breathe.
Deep.
Hold.
Out.
Repeat.
Thank you for not letting me feel crazy.
You are never crazy, just unheard.
You think the court will hear me now?
They'll have no choice because you'll walk in with his voice and your truth.
He filed a new motion.
What kind now?
He's trying to block the voicemails. Says they were recorded without his consent.
You live in a one-party consent state, right?
Yes, Marissa checked. It's legal, but he's trying to bury them anyway.
He's panicking.
He attached a 5-page statement claiming I'm weaponizing moments of vulnerability.
Those weren't moments. They were months, years.
He's spinning the narrative again. Said I baited him into rage.
By existing, by not crying loud enough.
He described himself as a man recovering from decades of quiet emotional neglect.
He ignored you in your own home.
I used to whisper his name just to see if he'd react.
He'd stare at the TV like you were air.
And now he says I was withholding affection.
You begged for it.
Marissa said we're keeping calm. No counters, no escalation.
Good. He'll look like the one flailing.
I found an older voicemail I'd forgotten. After that night, he left me at the hospital.
Claire.
He said, don't make this about you. I had things to do.
Play that in court?
I was bleeding, and he left me in the ER.
And now he's asking for $75,000?
I don't want his money. I want the truth to be public.
He wants to scrub the stains he left, but they're permanent.
He said I made him feel small.
He felt small because you started standing up.
I told Marissa I'm scared to sit across from him.
He's not the storm anymore. You are.
He keeps emailing me. Long ones, passive-aggressive, no subject lines.
Send them to Marissa. Everyone?
He signed one, your greatest mistake.
He wishes.
He once said I was a placeholder for the life he wanted.
You were his foundation. He just kept trying to stand on it with muddy boots.
Do you think he's truly convinced he's the victim?
I think he can't survive being the villain, even to himself.
I want the court to hear the voicemail where he said, I broke you and I'll do it again.
Yes, that one. First, if possible.
I saved it under the file name truth_001.
Smart.
He said he'd take everything I loved if I ever embarrassed him.
And you're still standing.
Do you think the judge will understand how quiet abuse works?
If they don't by now, they will after this case.
Marissa said we need to rehearse. She wants me calm, direct.
I'll help you practice. Read the messages to me like it's court.
I tried earlier, but my hands were shaking.
We'll do breathing between each one.
It's surreal, turning trauma into exhibits.
But it's real. And real always breaks through the noise.
He told the court I eroded his self-esteem.
He called you stupid in front of guests.
He said I made him feel like nothing.
He treated you like you were nothing. And now he's seeing your power.
I want to say something to him in court,
Don't. Don't give him the performance he wants.
but I want him to see I'm not afraid.
Then hold your head high. Your silence will be louder than his shouting.
Marissa said his attorney tried to submit a character witness,
Who?
his old college friend, someone I met once at a dinner.
He's digging deep for anyone who still believes him.
He's painting himself as the emotionally abandoned man.
He was never abandoned, just finally alone.
I feel like I've been fighting a ghost.
No, the ghost was him. You were alive. You just forgot how to breathe.
He told the court I'm trying to ruin his reputation.
He did that himself. You're just pulling back the curtain.
He used to say no one would ever believe me.
He underestimated who you'd become.
I used to be afraid of conflict.
Now you're holding his words like armor.
I hope I don't freeze when they call my name.
You won't. You've lived through worse than a courtroom.
I keep picturing his smirk.
Replace it with your own breath.
I want the court to know that even silence can scar.
Then say that clearly.
I wish it didn't come to this.
He chose this. You're just choosing to end it.
Marissa said we'll submit the audio with timestamps.
Perfect. Let the evidence speak.
I'm tired of carrying this story alone.
You're not alone. Not anymore.
Every time I hear his voice, I feel that old tension.
Let that remind you why you're doing this.
He once whispered, "You're lucky I let you stay."
And now he's begging to be heard.
I won't let him rewrite history.
Good. Hold your truth like a torch and burn the lies down.
I used to wait at the window for his car.
Now he'll wait in silence as his words expose him.
I'm going to win.
You already are.
He showed up at my work.
Wait, what?
Just walked in. Stood in the waiting room like he belonged there.
Did he say anything?
He smiled, said, "You look tired. Court stress getting to you?"
That's intimidation.
I told Marissa. She said to document it immediately.
That's not just harassment. It's psychological warfare.
He knows where to press. And when
He wants to throw you off before the hearing.
he told me you don't have what it takes to finish this,
He's wrong.
I didn't speak, just walked away. But my hands were shaking for an hour.
You did the right thing. No engagement.
I felt like I was back in the house again, frozen.
You're not. You're free. And he hates it.
Marissa said this could work in our favor. Shows his pattern.
Good. Log everything.
I already printed a record of every missed call, every voicemail.
How many in total?
67 voicemails over 5 months.
67.
Most of them after midnight.
He weaponized loneliness.
I thought about blocking him. But part of me knew I'd need them one day.
And here we are.
I labeled them all by date. Added notes, tone, threats, confessions.
This is a case file now, not just pain.
I want the judge to understand that emotional abuse doesn't always scream.
It whispers, it isolates, it rewires you.
Exactly.
And that's what he did.
I remember asking him once if he loved me. He said, "Love isn't owed, it's earned."
He made love conditional and invisible.
I feel like I aged 10 years in that marriage.
You survived 10 years in silence. This is your voice now.
I'm scared I'll be gaslit on the stand.
You won't. Marissa will shut it down.
He told people I was emotionally unstable.
He caused the instability.
He said I was too sensitive to be a wife.
Sensitivity isn't a flaw. Indifference is
I wanted so badly to fix it.
because you're a healer. But you can't heal someone who cuts you.
I thought if I just loved him enough, he'd stop.
He needed control, not connection.
One voicemail, he says, "I'll ruin your peace like you ruined mine."
That's the only truth he's ever told.
I want to wear red to court.
Yes, strong, calm, impossible to ignore.
I don't want pity. I want clarity.
You'll get it.
He filed another statement, said I'm fueling a public character assassination.
You're just playing back his own words.
He said, she's not afraid to lie if it gets her sympathy.
But you didn't lie. And you don't need sympathy. You need justice.
Do you think the judge will believe me?
How can they not? Every word he said is time-stamped.
I worry they'll think it's a messy breakup.
It wasn't a breakup. It was an escape.
He once said, "You breathe too loud. Even your existence annoys me."
And now he's obsessed with silencing you?
I kept everything, even his apology texts.
The ones where he said sorry and then blamed you in the next line?
Yes. I'm sorry you pushed me to act like that.
Classic manipulation.
Marissa said we might get a court-ordered psychological evaluation.
Good. Let a professional see who he really is.
He'll charm them.
Until he's challenged, then the mask cracks.
I feel like I'm walking into a war zone.
But you're armored now.
He used to say, I don't hit. That makes me better than most.
Abuse isn't only physical.
I told Marissa about that line. She said it's chilling.
It is. It's a threat dressed as morality.
What if the judge had a bad day? What if they don't care?
Truth cuts through apathy, especially when it's undeniable.
I want to say on record that his silence hurt more than any scream ever could.
Then say it. Calmly. Let it land.
I keep picturing him twisting his wedding ring while lying.
Let him twist. Your proof is straight.
He once told me, you make me feel like a failure.
He failed himself. You just stopped covering for it.
I'm afraid of his eyes in court.
Look at Marissa instead. Or me. Never him.
What if he stares me down?
Then you blink slow. And win.
I don't want revenge.
You want truth?
I want peace.
And you're closer than you think.
When this is over, I'm going to delete every message.
Every last one.
And change my number. Again.
Good. New number, new life.
I want to go somewhere quiet.
I'll take you. Ocean or forest?
Water.
Then water it is.
I wish I didn't still feel so broken.
You're not broken. You were bent by someone who needed to keep you low.
I want to be whole again.
You're rebuilding. And every piece you choose is yours now.
I'm ready.
Then let's finish this.
He just posted on Facebook.
About the case?
Not directly. But he wrote some long post about being vilified for being vulnerable.
He's trying to preemptively spin the story.
He even used a quote from a therapy blog. Something about men not being allowed to feel.
He never felt. He controlled.
He said, we live in a world where good men are punished for being human.
He's laying the groundwork, trying to gather sympathy.
And it's working. People are commenting things like, stay strong, king.
Oh, God, I need a bucket.
I want to reply, I really do.
Don't. Silence is smarter. Let the court speak for you.
I know, but it's hard watching him play the victim so publicly.
He needs a crowd. Always did.
He used to say, your sadness embarrasses me.
And now he's putting his pain on a billboard.
I forwarded the post to Marissa.
Good. It shows intent. Manipulation.
He once told me no one would believe me because you're too quiet to be credible.
And now that quiet has become your sharpest weapon.
Marissa wants to prep me again tomorrow. Go over the expected questions.
I'll be there. Make tea. Keep space.
I might break down.
Then break and rebuild.
He said he was emotionally imprisoned in our marriage.
You were the prisoner. He had the key and kept it hidden.
He said I weaponized silence.
He weaponized your kindness.
I hate that he's painting himself as some misunderstood poet.
He's a narcissist with a thesaurus.
Marissa thinks he'll try to trigger me on the stand.
Expect it. Stay grounded.
What if I freeze?
Breathe. Pause. And speak from the centers.
I found one last voicemail. I almost missed it.
What's in it?
He says you'll miss me when your silence gets loud enough.
That's chilling.
I saved it under fenilecho.mp3.
Perfect.
He once told me you make pain look like art.
Because you survived it with grace.
I don't want to be graceful anymore. I want to be loud.
Then roar in your own way.
I kept trying to fix him.
He didn't want to be fixed. He wanted to be fed.
I remember cooking dinner while crying in the pantry.
And he never noticed.
I cleaned around him while he napped.
You cleaned around his cruelty.
He told people I was detached.
You weren't detached. You were drained.
He used to say, you act like love is owed to you.
It is. From the right person.
He made me feel like I was always failing.
Because he needed you insecure.
I want the judge to know how quiet hate can be.
Then say it, calmly.
I wish this hadn't become a performance.
But your part is truth. His is theater.
He once said, I can't hit you, but I can undo you.
And now you're undoing him.
I'm nervous about jury reactions.
Some will relate. Others will learn. Either way, they'll see you.
What if I cry while playing the voicemails?
Tears won't erase the facts. They'll underscore them.
I want to delete them so badly.
After the verdict, not before.
He texted me this morning.
What?
You'll regret humiliating me.
Report that now.
I already did.
Good.
I just want it to be over.
You're almost there.
It feels like I'm dragging his shadow through the legal system.
Soon, it'll be gone.
He once said, I hope one day you feel as invisible as you made me feel.
He was never invisible. Just unchecked.
I want to burn every photo.
Do it. After the ruling,
He told me, you were easier when you were quiet.
then let your volume be the verdict.
I used to whisper apologies for things he did.
You were trained to carry guilt that wasn't yours.
I think about how long I lived in silence.
And now you're filling that space with evidence.
I want peace more than victory.
You can have both.
I miss the version of me before him.
She's coming back, stronger,
He once asked, why do you cry so easily?
because you feel deeply. And there's power in that.
I thought he was safety.
He was a cage,
I'm terrified of that courtroom.
but you're walking in with the truth.
Will you be there?
First row.
I hope the judge hears what I couldn't say years ago.
They will, because now you're ready to say it.
I got the final court schedule.
Date set?
Next Tuesday, 9 a.m. Department 3.
We're ready.
I've never felt so nauseous reading one email.
Deep breath. 5 days left.
Marissa says we'll meet twice more to rehearse.
I'll come by 2. Moral support and snacks.
I think he'll bring someone.
Who?
Probably that woman he started seeing. The one he lied about.
The one he called just a co-worker?
Yeah, she posted a photo of them at dinner last week.
Let her come. Let her see what he sounds like at 2 a.m.
I doubt she knows what's on those voicemails.
She will.
I don't want to humiliate her. She's probably just next.
You're not humiliating anyone. You're telling your story.
What if she defends him?
She might. Denial is warm until it burns.
I keep reading my statement out loud,
How's it feeling?
like a wound reopening, but clean.
Then it's the right wound.
I start with, he never raised his hand, but he erased me.
That line is devastating.
Then I say, I stopped asking questions because the silence answered them.
Claire, you're going to silence the whole courtroom?
He used to say I was dramatic.
He feared expression because it exposed him.
I end the statement with, I'm no longer quiet, and that is what scares him most.
Chills.
I practiced it while looking in the mirror. I cried halfway through.
Cry. Then finish. Your voice shaking is still stronger than his rage.
I want the judge to know I didn't leave lightly.
You left to survive.
He told his lawyer I left without warning.
You warned him with silence. He just didn't listen.
Marissa thinks the opposing counsel will push hard, paint me as vindictive.
You have 67 voicemails saying otherwise.
I still have the text he sent me before court started.
The threat won.
Yeah, enjoy your little performance. You'll regret this.
He's not even trying to hide it anymore.
He doesn't see it as wrong, just strategy.
He's about to learn the difference.
I think he believes this is a game.
He'll lose either way. Reputation or ruling.
He used to say you always have to win every argument.
And yet here he is, suing to be right.
I wonder if he knows I don't hate him,
He wouldn't understand that kind of strength.
because I don't. I just want distance.
And peace.
I told Marissa I'm not testifying to punish him.
She knows. The court will too.
I just want to be heard.
You will by everyone.
He called me last week.
What? You didn't tell me?
I didn't pick up, but he left another message.
What did he say?
They'll never see you the way I did, and that should scare you.
He's unraveling.
He sounded calm, almost nostalgic.
That's the most dangerous tone.
I added it to the file. Final track.
Good.
It ends with, no one will believe your quiet little truth.
He still thinks silence equals weakness
It doesn't anymore.
because now your silence has teeth.
He used to call me his shadow.
And now he's the one following your steps
I think about all the birthdays he forgot.
and the apologies you made for him.
I used to write excuses for his behavior in my journal.
I remember you read me one. Maybe he's just tired.
He wasn't tired. He was cruel.
Yes.
He once said, you're the only person who could destroy me.
And now he's watching you stand.
I'm still scared.
So was I. When I left my ex. But fear isn't forever.
What if he gets to speak first? What if he twists it all?
Let him. He'll talk in circles. You'll talk in truth.
I think I need to hear one of the voicemails again.
Sure.
Just one, to remind myself it's real.
I'll stay on the line.
Playing now.
I'm here.
He just said, "You broke me by existing."
He broke himself trying to erase you.
Okay, done. I needed that.
Grounded again?
Yes, thank you.
Anytime.
He told me once, "You're just a mirror I got tired of looking into."
Then let him shatter. You're not reflecting his lies anymore.
I'm almost ready.
You are ready.
I woke up at 4 a.m. again.
Me too. Couldn't stop thinking about the hearing.
It's all I think about.
But it's almost over.
I had a dream that I walked into the courtroom and no one could hear me.
They will. Your voice is louder now than ever.
He used to say I spoke in whispers because I didn't believe in anything.
And now your whisper is about to shake a courtroom.
He posted again.
What now?
Same cryptic tone. Some wounds are meant to bleed in private.
He wants people to see him as deep, not dangerous.
Someone commented, "Stay strong. Men are allowed to hurt too."
Yes, but not allowed to harm.
He called himself a casualty of an unforgiving woman.
You forgave him every day for 10 years.
He's writing fiction.
And you've got the receipts?
Marissa thinks we won't need to call any additional witnesses.
Just the voicemails.
And my testimony. That's it. Clear, focused.
Less noise. More truth.
He told people I changed after I got more independent.
He hated your growth.
I remember when I started taking evening classes, he said, "Why would you need more?"
Because he wanted you small.
I miss the part of me that used to laugh freely.
She's not gone. She's resting.
I hope the judge can hear the layers.
They will. No one listens to voicemails like these without feeling it.
He used to say, "No one will ever love you at full volume."
Watch them try.
Marissa said if he tries to interrupt me on the stand, the judge will shut it down.
Good. He loves the sound of himself.
I'm thinking about printing one of his apology texts. The one where he says, "You made me do it."
Yes, that one screams manipulation.
I used to read those texts and feel guilty.
Now you read them and see strategy.
He told me, "You're better when you're scared."
And now you're dangerous because you're not.
I keep rehearsing the part where I say, "He never laid a hand on me. He just erased me one day at a time."
That line hits like a brick.
I hope it lands.
It will.
I want him to hear it.
He will.
I want him to feel it.
He won't say it, but he will.
Do you think he'll look at me during testimony?
Maybe, but you don't have to look back.
He told me, "You flinch at kindness because you don't trust it."
Because he trained you to expect harm.
I want to reclaim my name.
You will. In front of everyone.
He always said I made him feel like he wasn't enough.
He projected his own emptiness.
I don't want to be angry. I just want to be done.
And you're so close.
He emailed me last night.
Claire.
I didn't open it, just forwarded it to Marissa.
Good.
Subject line said, "Last chance to end this with grace."
He's panicking.
He never thought I'd follow through.
He counted on you folding.
I'm still standing.
You're doing more than that.
He once said, "You'll never speak louder than me."
Let the court system prove otherwise.
He told people I shut him out.
Because you stopped responding to abuse.
I want to say I didn't stop loving him. I stopped accepting harm as love.
Say that.
I want to say I shrunk for years just to make him comfortable.
Say it.
Then I want to end with "not anymore."
Yes.
I keep picturing that first night after he moved out. It was so quiet.
I remember you texting me, "I don't know what to do with the silence."
Now I treasure it.
And soon, it'll be permanent.
Do you think the judge will sense who he really is?
They'll see the pattern, and that's enough.
He made me doubt myself.
And now you've turned doubt into proof.
I don't even recognize the person I was with him.
You weren't allowed to be yourself.
He always told me, "You're exhausting to love."
Because you needed honesty. And he couldn't fake that for long.
I'm ready for the ending.
Then you'll walk into that room like you're closing a door.
I hope it slams behind me.
I'll be holding it shut if it doesn't.
I'm outside the courthouse.
I'm parking. I'll be there in 2.
My hands won't stop shaking.
Normal. Breathe.
Marissa's inside already. She looks calm. I don't know how.
She's seen monsters before.
I saw him
Where?
across the lot. He looked straight through me.
Let him. He has nothing left to throw at you.
I'm scared the words won't come.
They will. They've waited long enough.
I didn't bring anything personal, just the file.
You brought yourself. That's all that matters.
I think he brought her.
His girlfriend?
She's in the hallway, nervous.
Maybe she's starting to see.
Maybe.
I'm walking in now.
Thank God.
We've got this.
They just called our case.
I'm standing right behind you.
My heart is in my throat.
You've rehearsed this moment for months.
He's looking smug.
He always does before he loses control.
Judge is reading the file now.
Watch his eyes, not his voice.
His lawyer speaking, painting me as unstable.
Expected. Hold steady.
He said I have a pattern of emotional volatility.
You have a pattern of surviving.
Marissa's standing.
Here we go.
She's calm. She's good. She's citing the voicemails.
He's sweating.
He just looked at me, smirked.
Ignore him.
The judge is listening.
Play the first one.
They're doing it now.
Deep breath.
His voice just filled the courtroom, saying, "You think you're free of me? Laughable?"
Every juror is staring.
He looks nervous.
He should be.
Next voicemail. "You'll crawl back or I'll drag you back."
That one landed.
Judge just raised an eyebrow.
Good.
Third message. Crying, then laughing. Calls me a ghost.
You're flesh and bone. And truth.
His lawyer asked to pause. Objected.
What did Judge say?
Overruled. Let's continue.
Yes.
Marissa is letting them play uninterrupted.
Let his own voice convict him.
He's fidgeting.
He's unraveling.
They just played the one where he says, "I broke you too well, didn't I?"
That's the moment. It hit.
Judge asked for the transcript.
I'm holding my breath.
My turn is next.
I'll be watching every second.
Standing now.
You've got this.
I just said he never hit me, but he made me disappear.
I've got chills.
I said every day was a quiet kind of dying.
Perfect.
I said, you can't see bruises when they're emotional, but they still break you.
The courtroom is silent.
I'm reading my last line.
Go.
I speak now because he tried everything to make sure I never would again.
Done. You did it.
I sat down. Marissa squeezed my hand.
He looks cracked.
His girlfriend left the room.
Maybe she finally saw him.
The judge is speaking.
Hold on.
The court finds in favor of the defendant.
Yes.
Furthermore, the court finds the plaintiff's claims baseless and retaliatory.
Even better.
It's over.
It's over.
I feel
lighter,
empty and full at the same time.
That's freedom.
I don't want to cry in here.
Then cry with me outside.
Okay.
Meet me by the tree.
I'm walking now.
I see you.
You're smiling.
You're glowing.
He just walked out.
Don't look.
I'm not.
What now?
Quiet. Sleep. A dog, maybe.
And breakfast tomorrow.
Please.
I'll bring pancakes.
And no more courtrooms.
Only clean kitchens.
I'm free.
You always were. Now the world knows it too.